17, Strathmalios 7. Coming up next, we have another mouth-watering encounter, Battle of the Lions. Red Lion taking on KCB. KCB looking the business, looking the money team, looking like they've come here for nothing but the overall trophy. Our center referee for this one will be Victor Oduor from the Kenya Rugby Referees Association, doubling up as the Rift Valley Development Officer for the Kenya Rugby Union. Ladies and gentlemen, the weather changes here, but most importantly, I hope you have yourselves something warm, or you're probably enjoying your Tusker wherever you are. Welcome on board. This is the penultimate match of match day 1. This is KCB looking to kick us off against Nondis. Manuel Opondo standing over the ball. There it is, kickoff time. Manuel Opondo looking from the kickoff. He's none other than Floyd Wabure. Try time, KCB.
What happened there? What happened there? Kick-off try, and Nondi's players just gesticulating there to the referee that there was something amiss, but there was nothing about how Floyd finished. There was nothing amiss about how Floyd was there, pouncing on the inside ball, inside pass, and finishing really open try line there.
Yes.
Shiasi with the attempt on the conversion.
Open try line inside. KCB miss the conversion. That is KCB 5, Nondis 0. Daniel Okito lifted high. Ronnie Omondi to Hillary. Hillary to Charles Odhiambo. Charles Odhiambo looking to shrug off the attempted tackle by Samuel Asati. Samuel Asati making his return from the Simbas camp, has been part of that Rugby World Cup qualifier attempt by the Kenya Simbas. Nondis stay strong. Ryan Odwa jumping on the outside channels. Martin Tomaso Hillary. Hillary realizing that he has space to run into, but passing it backwards, losing possession. Floyd Wabure accelerates. A battle between Floyd and the ball now, and the bounce. But the bounce beats Floyd. He beat the whole pitch, but he couldn't beat the bounce.
No, the rugby ball always has the final say when it comes to the bouncing one. And in this case, nothing favors Floyd there. Floyd really needed some bit of patience, but he could feel the Nondis players tracking him and breathing down his neck. And he just spilled that one with just the try line beckoning, granting Nondis an opportunity to exit courtesy of this scrum down. They still have to work for it though. This one, Nondis are good in stabilizing the scrum and getting a proper exit from that scrum down.
Yes, Nondis are an old-fashioned side. They are 103 years old today. They are older than Nakuru Athletics Club. So most importantly, they do know what to do, where, when, and how, as Hillary Kizito carries the ball forward. KCB counteract coming through. Juma Tomaso and Ronnie. Ronnie shifting it to Fred Shisia. Fred loses it forward. An advantage play there for KCB. Vincent Onyala looking to fashion an opportunity, a chance for KCB, and Floyd Wabure strikes once again. Try time, KCB.
Yeah, Floyd Wabure at the end of that, scoring 2 tries for KCB. Remember, he was the top try scorer in the first leg. He just continues biding his time, delaying the pass, knowing that Floyd is fast enough, releasing it at the right time. Nondis really having it rough, finding it rough here in the first half of this group encounter to determine the placements for tomorrow's quarterfinal pairing.
Well, kickoff time. Toili, is it fair to say that this is Floyd Wabure's world? We only live in it.
Absolutely. So far, that's how it is panning out to be. There is nothing he does wrong, including running across the whole pitch, straightening, and then going to score in one of the tough games, a final. to say the least.
Yes, he did that against Strathmore Leos in the Coast edition last weekend. Samuel Asati just weaving his way through the middle part of the pitch. Bob Mohati. Well, you wouldn't blame him. It's the third game of the day. The lungs are battling. I mean, he exposed onto their defensive line. So, I mean, that is a mistake on Bob Mohati's side, because you need to make contact with the person you intend to pass the ball to. So that those are those one-on-one coaching skills that
he didn't look as he passed it. Another move there from Asati. Damiran came in Opondo, and this training ground move panning out well for Chiasi, who goes right at the center of those posts. Nondi is not laying a finger on any of the KCB attackers in this one.
Yes, they couldn't lay a finger on any of the attackers, but looking at the replay, what really does this is just a simple switch, and every KCB player is literally skipping. Every other time they have the ball, they are skipping. So what Nondes is doing is they are also watching. Nondes are caught. I mean, that was a simple switch. There was a defensive cover that was coming across. All Nondes needed to do was just make the tackle, but they couldn't. They're caught ball watching. They're also probably mesmerized by the skills.
Yeah, Opondo did everything to be a proper decoy runner there and open the gap for Chiasi to walk back into. And KCB recover that kickoff, and they are off, securing ball and playing fantastic brand of rugby here. Nondi is just struggling to do anything to stop them, and they go right back from kickoff all the way to scoring their fourth try. Really hot rugby here from KCB.
Well, it is a beautiful try there by KCB. Manuel Opondo passing to Samuel Asati, looping round, coming round for his own pass, and receiving the gift, which is a 5-pointer. Manuel Opondo, the confidence in the young man, he oozes a lot of class and quite dependable there for the KCB side.
Yeah, I mean, he has an eye for space. If you look at his body frame, he has to utilize space a lot more than what others will do. And he's done that to great effect, combining with Asati and ensuring that they get another try. Mistake there on the kickoff, going straight out, turning over possession to Nondis, a much needed possession, you will say. Nondis have barely had any ins on this game. Rack contested, Olukusi applying himself thoroughly in that rack and turning over possession to KCB. If just Wabwire now looking and turning over the afterburners, and he's gone all the way for his third try. And Nondis are just really shell-shocked here, literally turning possession over and going all the way to score his third hat-trick try. Floyd Wabwire.
Floyd Wabwire with yet another 5-pointer. Floyd lifted up his eyes, he saw Hillary Baraza on the outside. And what did he do? Went round Hillary, clean pair of heels. I mean, the man is at the peak of his powers. And you can see there in your picture, Nondis slept off. And that was an easy conversion coming after Floyd Wabwire scored that center post try. The halftime scores: KCB 33, Nondis 0. Trailing a first half of 33 points. A very strong performance there from KCB. Now what KCB are doing is the one man who is a clean way to the try line for KCB, scoring fast in the second half.
Everything going wrong from Nondis. Just had an opportunity there to retain possession, but once they tapped it, that was it. It went into the hands of Chiasi, picking up the scraps from that aerial battle, and he takes all the 60 meters to score his first try in this game. I mean, KCB, Chiasi takes a rest, so does Emmanuel Opondo, even as Sikutua converts the 2 points from out into the 15-meter channel. Asati also goes to the bench as the KCB technical bench rings in the changes. In comes Tyson Maina, Brian Wahinya. and Kipruto also coming into the mix. Wahinya with the restart there, goes all the 10 meters, and Nondi is just fumbling that one. Referee penalizes them for an offside play there. Is he reaching out into his pocket for a card? Yes, he does. Yes, he does. And if just to make things worse, Nondis go down to 6 men.
Well, if the problem wasn't small, it becomes a mountain. It's now time for KCB to pound Nondis father. Well, 6v7, a scrum down, and with the lethal execution that this KCB team seems to have, this is going to be a tough one. Jenkins comes out, Brian Wahinya. Sikutwa with Sunday on the outside. That is a threat on the outside channels, but opting to go back in and passing that ball to Daniel Okito, who was on hand to receive it. It says thank you, but kicks the ball back. Nondi's not keeping possession. Should have kept possession. One man down. Tyson Maina as well brought into the picture there. Good tackle on the man, passing backwards, meeting Wahinya to Sunday looking for the outside. Tackle is complete. Nondi staying strong. 6v7, remember, but there is a hint of an overlap there. Elvis Olukusi running with the ball in 2 hands. Should have an offload, should have somebody on the outside, and that is Jenkins Kipruto, and easy does it. Try time, KCB.
Yes, Olukusi almost made hard work of that try, but he had to first of all contend with that tackler. But at the end of it all, 6v7, you're already almost 40-0 down when you're full complement of 7. Things can only get worse for Nondis here as you look at Olukusi there, offloading to Kipruto, just coming in, fresh pair of legs, puts down the 5-pointer. The conversion to come from Wahinya.
Conversion doesn't meet the mark.
Scores remain 45-0. 45-0.
45-0, and you have 3 minutes to go. So this scoreline could be anything. It could be the biggest scoreline we've had today. I remember we did have
Kisumu, KCB dishing out the other biggest score, 48-0 against Kisumu.
So let's just say this tournament is about KCB dishing out scorelines. They're about to beat their previous scoreline.
Yes.
3 minutes to go.
3 minutes to go. You'll bet on them getting another score here.
I would bet on them, but I wouldn't bet on them scoring 3 tries. I also don't think Nondis look in the right frame of mind to at least get some points on the scoreboard. So it's all really to play for, and with the changes that have been made by the technical team of KCB, it's time now to see what the forwards who've come in are able to do at scrum time.
I remember the first game that they played against the Monks. I remember KCB just started with a whole different lineup, and I think that was the last time they experimented on that. They have started with their strongest lineup ever since, and that has led to the big score lines we had initially of 48-0 and now 45-0 here, with the bench coming in to just ensuring that they close strongly. Nondis have not had a sniff into this game. They have not been able to string anything that can threaten KCB's defense, and it will be a tough outing for them if they go out this way and miss out on the quarterfinal slot because of this big scoreline in this game.
Yes, it is an issue here, and Nondis are looking to change that scoreline. That 0 doesn't look good on them. However, KCB pinning them down. Nondis have to really work hard to get that 5-pointer. And KCB, rightfully, as you said to Eli, this time around, they are not experimenting with starting, I mean, I wouldn't say fringe players, but they are looking at starting with their strongest and then complementing it with the bench play. So this is a good opportunity for the guys coming off the bench to show what they're made of. The likes of Tyson Maina, who didn't play last weekend. We had Brian Wahinya, who's also coming back. Still early days. still early days for the ones who've come in, but a strong suggestion is that they look like they'll be continuing the job done by the ones who are in Mombasa last weekend.
Yeah, going by the results in day one, that is clear that they have actually upped the ante in terms of what they're scoring in this day one of Prinsloo Sevens compared to what they did in the Driftwood. This is a much polished, still looking to see what they can take home, what learnings they can take home from this. This has been one tough outing. Let's not kid each other. It's been a really rough game for them. And the hooter just sounds there. And that may just save them from getting the biggest scoreline if KCB ought to kick it out. And they don't. They still want to go one better than the scoreline they had against Kisumu earlier on. Still playing, still looking for more points, still looking to bury Nondis out of the quarterfinals.
This is all about a statement of intent. I mean, for banter purposes, they'll be telling them that we did get quite a big number on you guys. However, the referee awards a penalty to Nondis. Nondis offered an opportunity to at least get 5 points on the scoreboard. That's a knock-on. However, the referee, it's not really a lifeline, it's just a gleam, a very small chance that they could at least get some points on the scoreboard.
On board to increase their tally for points scored, but if they let KCB score another try, it just goes to hurt their chances even more.
KCB are looking for 50. That's a kick behind the defensive line, a tiring defensive line. Sunday hoping for the bounce not going into his bread basket. Ryan Odwa looking to bring back the spoils. This game might just continue until tomorrow, Toeli. Nobody wants to. I mean, KCB want 50, Nondis want at least 5. So
yes. So we are
everyone, unless there is broken play, sort of maybe a knock-on, and now you see KCB have counteract, and actually try time KCB.
And we have officially we have the biggest score of this tournament.
Half a century and an extra 2
to come. I mean, where do Nondis go from here? Tough day in the office for them for sure. We'll wait for the final quarterfinals pairing, but I think they're out of it. And Monks will just find themselves in their first quarterfinals of the day of their